He was incredibly unflinching in his honesty. Uh, Jordan Belfort is reflecting on a time period in his life where he was incredibly hedonistic and debaucherous and gave in to every temptation possible and was, motivated by greed. And when you're looking for a character to play, that certainly one that explores the darker nature of humanity, he wants something that reverberates as honest. And he was intricately a part of creating this character with me. I got to research the real man and spend a lot of time with him. So I wanted to do a film of this nature that was almost like, a modern day fall of the Roman Empire. And what better place to do it than on Wall Street? This was a film where we tried to pull no punches, that we were trying to push the envelope every day. It was very improvisational, and thematically we weren't doing a film that I think that people were going to rush to the theaters to be a part of, seeing as it's about Wall Street. But Marty was very specific in saying, let's make this a satire, let's make this a dark comedy. We should be on this journey with these people to understand the fun and the temptation that they had to keep pushing forward. And so with that approach, everything was easy. We tried to give as an accurate portrayal of these people as we possibly could, and I think we did. There's not many people that can capture the essence of different aspects of human nature as well as Marty does, and that's because he's not beholden to, I think, specific plot structures. When you're acting for him, he's looking for something within your performance, within your portrayal of those characters, that ultimately shapes what the movie's about. Your performance becomes the movie. And so for us as actors, we sort of push the boundaries as much as we possibly could, and sometimes we do sequences that weren't relevant to the plot structure but ultimately shape what this movie is. And Marty is such a master of filmmaking. This film needed a combination of different things, and so that's why I stuck with the idea of getting him to do this movie after 6 years, because I knew there was no one that could portray these people the way he could. I met Jonah very, very early on, and I've known him for years, but he came to me and said, look, I understand what these people are. I've seen them. I know people that are motivated by greed like this. And he understood that we were portraying something in our society that's very wrong through these characters. And he said, there's no one else that can, put this guy up on screen the way I can. I'm the man for this job. And he soon met Marty right after that. I called Marty up and I said, this guy might be the perfect person for this role. And what he brought to the set every day was pretty astonishing. He's one of the great improvisational actors I've ever gotten to work with, and he changed the course of not only every scene but the entire shape of this movie. We were very lucky to have him. What Marty said very early on was, look, the subject matter that we're dealing with is a very serious one, but I want to make this a satire. I want to make this a dark comedy. What we're talking about isn't funny, but let's bring people on this journey with you guys. Let's not see the wake of your destruction. Let's see how intoxicating this type of lifestyle can be for people, and let's show the enjoyment of that too. Let's show how much fun these people were having, and see why people would be tempted to go in this direction. So it was really the approach of humor with this film that made this film what it is, because I don't think people would want to see people taking advantage of that many individuals without understanding their mindset, and that was done with humor. Every day was a lot of fun, and I have to say, I think Martin Scorsese, I've never heard him laugh in more than in the 5 movies that we've done as he did on this one. He was having a lot of fun because there were no rules. We were doing a movie that was almost like the fall of the Roman Empire, and so anything was possible. And so all the actors sort of brought their A game and improvised every single day, and you know, made the most of this opportunity. I hope they're entertained, and ultimately, you know, I hope they see what we put into this movie, that we tried to really do something different. This is not the type of film that gets financed very often within the Hollywood studio system. So we really tried to push the boundaries every single day, and we didn't try to apologize for who these people were. But ultimately, if they can reflect a little bit on who these people were, and equate it to what's going on in the world today, because I can definitely say that I see that the attitudes that these people have in this movie is in direct correlation with everything that is wrong in the world today. I mean, it's this type of attitude that's destroying everything.